when the crowd screams, still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to drink it till the dreams.
Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
The kicker on.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens, nothing.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
His pass.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. 2nd down, it's 6 now from the 42. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 13 yards.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Ingram. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, he shifts past him. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And the result here, this line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
10 more there and another first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Stepping it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1-yard line.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on second down. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Short. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. On the move to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
12-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.